For instance, I'm playing shorter sets, not like in the summer. In the summer I'm going a little bit more wild and crazy, but on purpose. And in the winter time, I try to compact everything, you know, a little bit shorter, but with the same intensity, but not as stretched like in the summertime.
Is it difficult for you to produce during that period, or are you more creative when you are going through your wild months in Ibiza in the summertime?
No, not at all. But in the summertime, my year starts in February with a world tour. This goes 3.5 months. Then I take a 2 weeks break, and then the summer season starts with festivals, Ibiza, and all this and that. And then I play very often, and festivals, Ibiza, and in that time I'm just focusing on my DJing. Because I don't have time for other things. Then I tell my team, so it's summertime, please leave me alone.
Your Cocoon Nights in Amnesia have been a huge success for well, 10 years almost now.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year was our 10th anniversary, and now we can say it is a big success. But we were at the beginning, at the first place, the first 2-3 years, I had to fight a little bit as well.
You must make an awful lot of money there, but it's also important marketing-wise, isn't it? Because it's the flagship that carries you throughout the year.
At the first place, it was for me an investment because I went to Ibiza. I was hitchhiking to Ibiza in 1998, and I was there as a teenager, and Ibiza was for me my big inspiration for my life. I met Grace Jones on the dance floor, Duran Duran and Jean-Paul Gaultier. They were all there taking mescaline and freaking out in 1980, 81, and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And I was like, this is my life, and I wanted to live the same lifestyle, and I went back home, and my mom was asking me when I was 16 if I want to become a DJ. Imagine. I was like, yes. I was never really thinking about my future, and so for me, Ibiza has something, is a very magic place, it's a very strong place, and I always wanted to give something back to the island. When I started with Cocoon, with the Cocoon event there, for me was it also kind of a prestige thing to do for my company and for myself as a DJ, and as a gift as well for the people who love Ibiza.
It's a huge night now, huh?
Now it's a huge night. We had many nights in this summer with 8,000 people. There are 2 floors. I have residents from the beginning on: Richie Horton, Ricardo Villalobos, Luciano, Loco Dice, Laurent Garnier was there, Carl Cox, and so on. And I think we changed the island from the musical image really strongly. In the beginning, I mean not in the beginning, but in the 90s, it became very mainstream.
Is it important for you to develop new trends, to be the first to move into a new direction?
It's a must, but it's not on my plan. I'm following my instincts, and because I'm still feel that and if you live this lifestyle, you get bored so quickly.
So you take risks as well, because your audience has certain expectations of your style of music, the music you produce, and then suddenly you have to throw things the other way around.
I think I was never a crowd pleaser, but I always had this trust from the crowd. Because in so many situations and so many parties and festivals, I know that the people they cannot know the music I'm playing now, because I'm playing really new music, which I just bought, or people send it to me and so on. And I always had the feeling that the people really trust me. They want that I'm going out of myself in my performance. They want me to surprise them. And if I would repeat myself, and I know so many DJs, they're just not inspired anymore.
So what inspires you? What inspires you artistically?
I think it's the world of dance it's a big world with many facets, with many niches, and on the end we're all dancing to the same groove, yeah. But
could you do without the power to move an audience? I mean, you can let them jump or dance or cry or be happy. Is that an addictive element?
It is, but for me, it is definitely. It gives you so much energy, and a good audience who is performing. I mean, they're performing as well. In these days, it's just unbelievable. Yesterday in the club I was playing in Turin, they were singing for hours. The 2,000 people, yeah, Papa Sven and things like this. I felt like in a football stadium. And sure, it depends what what kind of picture you want to paint. Yeah, where you're gonna start and where you're gonna end. The most of the times I have the beginning in my head and the end. But what is going to happen, I don't know. I just improvise, and it depends who's playing.
The audience is there as important as the DJ.
Absolutely, yeah. But as I said, if you have this feeling that the people trust you, yeah, then you can do some crazy things. Yeah.
Has it taken long for you to get that trust from the audience? Do you remember the first time that you really grabbed them when you were young?
I can't remember the first time, but because I was starting as a DJ in my parents' place, and then I had to play what was in and what was in the charts, and but then when house music started, and this whole the new DJ music, when the DJs suddenly were producing their own tracks, 4 tracks, just bass drum and you know, very minimal, and I really was straight away connected with this music. And when I started playing this music, I felt like this is also a part of me. I want to produce something like this.
Sven, you started playing disco, and I just mentioned to our cameraman on the way up to your hotel room here that house has actually existed for a longer period of time already than disco in its heydays. That's remarkable. But where does the power of house music come from? Where does the huge energy come from compared to disco, which was large and huge as well?
I think it's just the feeling that the people want to dance, you know. People want to dance, and they don't want to. I mean, disco was dance beat with songs, yeah, and house music is much more diverse, in much more free in the structure of the music.
People who don't know house music maybe just think, well, it's 4 to the floor, boom, 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 boom. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of people say that in the beginning. It's always the same. They say, it's only boom, boom. I say, come on with me, I show you boom, boom. And it's just, I mean, there is nothing really to understand. It's just the music you have to feel. And if you like dancing, you like moving, look at the kids. Play house music or techno in front of your kids, or, you know, in the kindergarten or wherever. They're going to jump and love it and dance. And the perfect example was the Love Parade, you know. The Love Parade when suddenly, you know, the whole city, Berlin, was dancing on techno music and house music. Yeah.
So do you look forward to your daughter being a DJ one day as well?
I'm not sure if she really wants to. I think it would be too stressful for her.
You haven't train the CDA thousands with her?
No, I think, I don't know. This is something, I think she wants to discover herself still in other ways. Yeah.